going on, guys? In this one, I'm going to be running you through my impressions of Rio after being there for a week, what to expect yourself, where to go, and just, my overall thoughts on the place itself. So first off, guys, in terms of my first impressions, amazing views, some of the best views I have ever seen in my entire life. I've traveled quite a bit, so it's pretty heavy for me to say something like that. The city definitely feels more Western. There's a lot more wealth there, and overall, just a cool little vibe in Rio. And, I liked it a lot. Very different to, a super chill spot and where I am at the moment in Asuncion, Paraguay, my base. So it was definitely good to just get out there in that environment. A little bit more crazy, a little bit more hectic. Overall, good to change it up. What I will say though is it definitely felt more edgy on the streets, guys. It makes a big difference when you go from somewhere that feels super safe, and then you're on the streets and you're like, okay, yeah, this is change. You obviously you got to have your wits about you. And I did see one robbery from a iFuji fucking delivery driver on a motorbike. Tourist guy was just walking the street, kind of had his head in the sand with his phone, and guy come along and took it. Obviously wasn't happy at all, that guy. Not sure if he got away or not. Pretty sure he did, but it was probably one of the first robberies I've seen in Latin America. It was actually. So obviously after seeing that as well, definitely felt a little bit more edgy. But as long as you're smart, guys, and you don't have your fucking phone out in stupid places and situations, you'll be fine. These people don't want to hurt you. They just want your fucking phone. So it's not a big deal. But definitely different to what I'm used to in other places. Now, in terms of just the daily living and lifestyle, guys, supermarket food was really good. That kind of surprised me. Definitely something that I look at when I am obviously traveling quite a lot in terms of Latin America. The options are pretty solid. Just, your meat, your yoga options. The restaurants were really good. Overall, really liked it. It was more expensive though. One thing that annoyed me was, your street vendors and beach sellers. When you're on the beach, kind of ruins the vibe a little bit. Super awesome view, super nice beach, but every 10 seconds there's a person trying to sell you fucking cheese, meat, caipirinhas, it's very hectic. So it gets annoying after a while. In terms of the people, I found that they were hit or miss. Half were super friendly, and the other half were just rude as fuck. It was kind of weird. I've never really experienced something like that before, but overall, pretty good. And I guess it doesn't help when you don't speak the language as well, guys. Anyone would get annoyed with that when you just start hitting them with Spanish or English in their own country. Not really ideal. I definitely recommend learning the language. I'll get into that in a sec. Now, in terms of just the setup of the trip, guys, and what I kind of did, and just the overall vibe itself, I see Rio as just like a party adventure mode type place. Super cool, short spot to just have some fun, wicked hikes, wicked views, and you obviously want to go when the weather's good, right? So I hit the Flintstone gym with my brother, my mate George. This was a cool little outdoor gym. Nice little experience, cool place to get some content. Definitely recommend hitting that up if you go to Rio. You don't have to pay. It's literally a public gym. It does get pretty packed, but the weather wasn't super good, so it wasn't too bad for us at the time.
Fellas, what's going on? Just here at the Flintstones gym. Pretty sick. It's free, it's a public gym, and everyone's out here training, so not the best day, a bit cloudy, but this is pretty awesome. Rio's sick, views are amazing.
On the beat.
I don't really know the weights, boys, so it says 17, you kind of got to guess it, but yeah, you make do, you just do a bunch of reps and still get a pump either way. See the G-Mole, bro training.
Oh, fucking, what do you think of Rio so far, lad?
Mate,
Good?
fucking solid.
You love it?
Just waiting for some blue skies, mate. The beaches are lovely.
Yeah, should be
Better weather tomorrow, guys. Fortunately, it's a bit cloudy, but fucking Rio's solid for sure. going to a restaurant, a Portuguese restaurant, and then we're gonna head to a couple bars in Copacabana, so we'll show you around. Should be good. Bartos and G-Mole here as well. So just a Aussie cafe. You can see here a couple of actors from Oz shot around here as well, man. They've got like carrot cake and avocado, shit like that. So cool little vibe. And yeah, it's a bit. The weather's been pretty average on the trip, so we haven't done a whole lot. But hopefully it clears up in the next few days, and we can check out a few cool touristy sites. We are going to head to a few tourist attractions today, so we'll show you all of that. Weather's cleared up today, which is really good. This is the apartment here. I don't think I showed you guys before. A bit messy, but me and George split this. It's right near the beach. Pretty good area in Ipanema. Yeah, it's very chill here, boys. Like, I honestly thought that at night it would be a little bit more crazy, but seems to be that this area is more of like a daytime place, and nighttime's just super chill. The bars across the beach close at like 12 a.m. Which kind of just surprised me personally. But yeah, been good so far, and got 2 days left on the trip.
And then another thing we did, guys, was we did like a 3-package tour between going to Christ Redeemer, the stairs, and then also a place called Sugarloaf, and that was all included for, I believe, 100 USD each. And they had like this little van that took us to each spot, and we finished up at the Sugarloaf Mountain. Super touristy, guys. Like, so many people, especially at the Christ Redeemer, but it's definitely worth ticking off. Once again, the weather is super important when it comes to all this, guys. You know, we were a little bit unlucky for probably half of our trip, but yeah, just make sure you're playing around that. Sugarloaf was super cool. You take the carts up there, and I believe every Tuesday and Thursday there's like a DJ type party set up, and we were actually we were there on a Tuesday, so it was a cool little vibe. We'll see that in the content, and 100% recommend going there, even if it's just not a part of the tour guide. Just literally go. I believe it's like $30 or something to get up to the top. Another thing we did, guys, was the Dos Hermanos hike. This was insane. Definitely one of the best views I've seen.
At the top of this mountain. It's fucking insane. Honestly, cannot believe it. View doesn't do it justice. My fucking shoes are like, don't have much grip, so I keep falling down a little bit. But yeah, if you're gonna do this hike, bring some better shoes. That's all I'm saying. Crazy. I always said that you can't beat the view in Positano. Honestly, I think this beats it.
You do have to go up a favela that I was told is very safe. So, You pay about 10 reais to someone. They'll take you up in a moto taxi or a van to the top, and then you'll go start the hike. That hike takes about 45 minutes to get up to the top. I did it with a couple friends and my mom, so you know, it's not too hard, honestly. You can do it, most people can do it, and at the top it's yeah, a very rewarding view. There wasn't too many people there either, so definitely recommend that hike. Now, one thing I will say though is I do kind of regret bringing my mom to this hike, mainly because we did have to go through this favela. And although it is said to be safe and not active, it was pretty sus, guys. Mainly being that when we wanted to finish it up and go back down with the moto taxis, we saw about 15 to 20 teenagers with like fucking AK-47s. Not sure why they were there, but obviously not something that I really wanted my mum to see. Luckily though, when we got down the bottom, we got out of there, my mum said she didn't see anything, and so didn't really matter in the end, but obviously it was a little bit fucking edgy, not gonna lie. Now, overall guys, Rio is just an amazing place, super fun, super crazy. I don't really see the point in going there for more than 7 days though, personally. I'm a nomad that likes to base up, focus on my work, and then, you know, go on short trips for a week or two to certain places, or, you know, places that I like a little bit more in, like Buenos Aires or Guadalajara, Mexico. Maybe I'll do like a month there, 2 months. Like, I'll plan things accordingly based off how convenient the place is and just how chill it is and how much work I want to get done, things like this. Rio for me, 5 to 7 days, reset, have some fun, fuck around, and 100% worth it. One of the better trips that I've been on for sure. Definitely though, 1 week is the sweet spot. Now, not knowing Portuguese, guys, really cooks the experience. 100% recommend that you do learn the language. Obviously, I would learn Spanish first though, because it just covers way more options. If you know Spanish or you're a pretty decent level of Spanish, definitely there's just no hurt in adding Portuguese to the mix. Brazil's such a big country. It's kind of like Mexico, where there's literally millions of options, whether you want the beach, mountain, city life, chill life. No matter what you want, you can get it. And so they're really the top 2 countries, in my opinion, Mexico and Brazil, just because of that variety you get. But unfortunately, you do need to learn the language for Brazil, but 100% worth it. It's just too good to skip. In terms of the logistics, guys, and like coming from Asuncion specifically, I know you guys that watch my content, most of you are kind of based up as well, especially in Asuncion. It is a bit of a hassle. You do have to get 2 flights, you know, to Rio from Asuncion. And if you go through Sao Paulo, they expect you to, you know, re-put on your suitcase. So it's just an absolute pain in the ass. Apparently though, direct flights are coming in January. So as soon as that comes, Rio would be 100% a trip that I'll do more often. Otherwise, if not, just kind of ruins the day if you have to do, you know, 2 flights and a stopover and the change of suitcase and all that stuff. Now, I mentioned it briefly before, guys, the weather was cloudy about 50% of the trip. If you're gonna do these 1 week trips and it's a trip around adventure and fun and, you know, hiking and viewpoints and all this type of stuff, I highly recommend that you actually book the trip not in advance and you just do it days before you're gonna go on the trip. And even though you have to pay more, it's gonna be worth it, because the last thing you want, pay all this money to go out somewhere, which, you know, you have trip based off adventure and the weather's shit, right? It just cooks everything. So ideally, that's what I would do. Overall though, guys, Rio is 100% worth it. I highly recommend that you go and you check out all the stuff. It's just an amazing experience. Really good food, good vibe, kind of a bit crazy, but just some really cool things to do and adventure. Reset for, you know, 5 to 7 days there, and, you know, you won't complain. For me personally, as I'm, you know, a nomad that looks at these things, not a place I would be long term, but for a short little getaway with mates, 100% definitely recommend this trip. If you have any questions, guys, about, you know, what you've seen in the video or what I did inside my trip, feel free to leave a comment below. Happy to help there. And thanks for watching the video. I'll see you in the next. Peace.